Okay, this is directly after my week 7 uh, rant, and this is going to be the second video of the Just Movies series. And now, earlier today, I got a Discord message from my good friend. Shout outs to you if you're watching it. If you're watching this, you're basically my only viewer, so who else is going to watch this? Um, uh, what they said was, "Oh, I really liked your video on Doctor Strange." And so I was like, "Oh, thank you. I'll do more of it." And thank you for sharing your opinions. Yes, the romance element was the worst, but yeah, title was worse. But anyways, I asked them what was the worst movie you've seen, and they replied 8 Miles. And then for me, not really agreeing. And so what do I do if I don't agree with a person? I make a fucking YouTube video. And so it's gonna be 8 Miles. Now, I I watched the movies like 2 months ago because the lyrics for the rap "Lose Myself" came up on my English class for some reason, my English poetry class, and that was stupid, but whatever. I'll take it. And so it got me intrigued, and I really wanted to watch 8 Miles since a long time ago. So I just got sat down for an afternoon and just watched it. It was like very casual for me. It was a long time since I actually sat down and watched a movie for some reason. So I always had the mindset of I'm busy, whatever. But yeah, just refreshing just to sit down and watch a movie with my family. And uh, just overall, 8 Miles sub Justin Park summary. Um, Main character Rabbit is a white dude that raps, that is surrounded by black dudes, and he's poor, and so his family is fucked. His mom is basically a prostitute at this point, and he has a little sister that's like really young. And so that's his background, and he's really good at writing lyrics, but he has like stage fright because black people hate him. And so he just practiced rapping, and then his life go to shit because the girl problems and other problems, and a gang wants to beat him up. And all these problems come up to him, and he just finally loses it and starts rapping, and he's really good at it. And that's how it ends. He wins the local competition. He becomes the best rapper in town, and there's even talk of him of even going to a major record label, but he cuts all his ties, especially except for his really close friends, and says he'll be doing it alone, and he prefers it, and it's that way. Now, um, again, it's been 2 months now, so I don't remember everything about the movie, but just the whole journey Rabbit went through. Sorry. Just the whole journey Rabbit goes through the course of the movie, and that it's not just Rabbit, but that okay. First of all, I suck at this. Um, Rap. Let's talk about that because that's the main point of 8 Miles. Rap. The raps are pretty good. They're not like amazing throughout the film, and not just what Rabbit makes. Just the entire everything everyone does rap. That's the whole point. But um, it didn't feel it wasn't the best kind of rap I've seen in ever, but I feel like that makes more sense because they're amateurs. They're trying to be like the greatest, and they're just following the greatest. They're not making an identity for their own, and that's why their rap is always cannot be above B grade. And I'm not saying my rap is better. I'm just saying as a viewer perspective, I feel like that was really nice of them to add for that point. You're like purposely not making the high quality rap that you expected for a rap movie, and instead show the kind of like journey and hardships that Rabbit and his friends go through, especially during in the dark Detroit days. Um, I really like the whole setting and just the whole feeling that Rabbit can't get a dub, like he can't win in life. I feel like that's everyone one day will get that period in their life where nothing just works out and you just really want to die kind of feeling. But it kind of shows you that like even though those kind if when those times come, and they will, it's very important to just return to your roots. I think the movie kind of was showing um a lot of different themings at once. It was like the dark side of the American economy, black and white people, rap, like gangs and stuff like that. But then also, I felt like the biggest theme I've seen of the movie was this returning to your roots. Whenever you're lost and whenever you're, struggling with life, relationships don't work out, I feel like it's best to just return to your roots, find your people, find your origin, and everyone has roots. Like some people might say like, oh no, I don't have roots. I have nothing and literally nothing to go back to. But then like, eh, do you really you just can you're just not looking hard enough. Um, there's always a core to a person, and if you don't have a core, I hardly say you are even a person. And for Rabbit, it was his rap, it was his lyrics, his beats that kind of rooted him to society, and it was the only thing he knew what to do. And whenever times went hard, he would just sit there and think of lyrics, and it kind of shows you, rap is kind of like the underdog of the music genres, because it went through the artists went through so much shit that like how can the lyrics not be good? Like you're going through that much hardship, and if the music genre isn't that good, then that's just that's impossible. Um. Yeah. So basically, I really thought it was a good movie, and ending is kind of anticlimactic, but it does hit hard in that you should always sometimes you'll have to do it alone, and so it will be hard, but just find your roots, find what you want to do, and just keep doing it. And even if you don't succeed, you'll at least like feel like you're succeeding, and maybe one day you will. Who knows? But then, for me, when I'm doing something what I like doing, I don't care if I'm succeeding or not. It's probably obvious I'm doing this YouTube channel, and it kind of really want me to write rap music. Um, yeah, it's just a good movie. Uh, I can't really think of anything bad to say. It did everything it did really well. Um, it's not the best movie I've ever seen, but it's one of the greatest. I'll give it like a solid high 8 out of 10 for me. Um, it does feel something's lacking, but you just can't. It doesn't feel like there's anything lacking. You feel like there's something lacking, but you can't find it. It's kind of that feeling. Everything they did was done amazingly, in my opinion. Even the like the goofy comedic parts and the whole relationship. It's just emphasizing how shit Rabbit's life is. And people say that's fiction. No one's life can be really that shit. But you kind of think about it and like, no, no, people get fucked up way more in real life. And it kind of gives hope, to the underdogs. Cheers to the underdogs. It was that kind of wholesome feeling when throughout watching the film. Um, Eminem did an amazing job. Everyone else did, and that's all I have to say about it. High 8 out of 10. Did perfectly everything what they did, and what they didn't do, they didn't do. Uh, yeah. Thanks for coming and listening to my shitty review of 8 Miles. Probably go record another video.